Hello, this is Hillary, your mortgage coach. Thank you for joining me. Today, I'm going to start a new series that I am calling Investor Corner Series. This is a series that I would like to go through to inform you about a process and a strategy that's being used by real estate investors. This strategy is basically a combination of flip and rent an old procedure. What is this procedure? It's called BRRRR. It's BRRRR. It's an acronym for Buy, Renovate, Rent, Refinance, and Repeat. So I will give you an example to explain how it works. So we have a client of ours that purchased a house in Hamilton, a bungalow in 2019, and the purchase price of that bungalow was $430,000. The rent for that house was $2,100 per month, and the tenant was there until February 2021. Unfortunately, the tenant decided to move on and purchase his own house. Our client came to us to ask for our coaching and to help him to decide on the highest and best use of this property. We explained to him at the moment the way that properties cash flow in Hamilton is by converting them into a duplex. My client mentioned that he didn't have the money to renovate this property. We provided a creative solution for him where we got an RSP loan for him at 10% interest. The contractor needed $160,000 to convert this bungalow into a legal duplex. We knew that after repair value of this house was going to be around $750,000 based on the comparables around the area. Our client got the contractor to do the work. The work started in March of 2021. 6 months after it was completed, the upper unit was rented out at $2,100 and the lower unit rented out at $1,750. The total amount of rent from this house was coming to $3,850 as opposed to it being rented previously as a single family home at $2,100 plus utilities. The total amount that our client used was $430,000, which was the initial purchase price, plus $160,000, which was the renovation amount. The total amount came to $590,000. The bank appraised the property at $750,000. Therefore, you can see that our client got a forced appreciation of $750,000 minus $590,000, and that's $160,000 that he could use to purchase and renovate another house. This is a simple way that you can use in order to accelerate your investment process. So I can show you then our client purchased the property at $430,000, renovated it at $160,000, rented it at $3,850, and refinanced the property at $750,000. Now is in the process of repeating the process and is shopping for another property. In a nutshell, this is how this process works. I am going to go deeper into the details of how to purchase the property, the renovation, and also how to refinance in order to achieve your maximum value when you go through this process. I'm going to talk about the buy on the BRRRR strategies. The buy represents the most important component of the BRRRR strategy. This is when you purchase a property, and the biggest concern is you do not want to overpay for a property. You need to buy the property right. This is key, especially if you are not intending to do a speculation. I've found a few investors investors who are purchasing properties, especially in this very hot sellers market, because they know that a property is appreciating significantly. There have been instances where somebody has purchased a property, done some lipstick renovation, painting and all that, putting back in the market, and because it's a seller's market, there is a lot of competition. They end up getting a significant amount of uplift in the purchase price in the sale. For me, this is a speculative way of investing. Things can go wrong. You don't have enough spread to cover in case there are issues with your renovation. My biggest concern would be making sure that you know the end sale price when you're beginning. The after repair value needs to be significant enough compared to purchase price and your renovation costs. When you are beginning the BRRRR process, you need to work with a team. Your team should be composed of a mortgage agent, a realtor, contractors, and a legal team who can help you. You may need a property manager if you are going to not self-manage your properties. If you work with a mortgage coach like us, we have a team. Basically, you will be leveraging our team because we are investors. We have our own realtors that we have dealt with. We have our own lawyers and also property managers and contractors too who have done some work for us. When you work with us, you're basically getting a package. If you're doing it alone, the most important thing is talk to your realtor and let them tell you what the after repair value of the property that you are interested in is going to be. That would help you determine how much you should pay for that property, because you do not want to overpay for that property. How do you get properties that are undervalued? The way you should approach this is you should look for properties basically from wholesalers. Wholesalers are people who would get properties, put it under contract and look for sellers. Normally they just have an assignment fee, which is sometimes 5,000 or 10,000. It depends on their marketing costs. These properties would sometimes be significantly discounted. The other thing that you could use to get these properties is by leveraging pocket listings from realtors. Realtors sometimes are able to get properties that are significantly undervalued because maybe the owner does not want many people to walk through the properties. Sometimes you can get a motivated seller, somebody who really wants to sell their house, maybe because the house, they have some challenges and they have a problem that they need to solve. If you are able to solve their problem, you may get the property under a discount. The main thing that you need to consider is you need to get your financing ready, get your down payment ready. If you get a property, you are able to get it at the right price because you do not want to have competition, especially when you're buying a property on a discount. I hope this has been helpful to you on your journey to implement this BRRRR method. Contact us if you are interested in this process because we have done this strategy and we can help you in the process. Thank you very much, and please subscribe to my channel. And can connect also through my website and my email, and you can also follow us on our Facebook group. The renovate portion is very important because that's where you spend money. The most important thing is to keep your costs down. And this would be achieved by using good contractors who understand the BRRRR method, also know what would add value to your property, and so they can help you. Our team can help you through the process because we have contractors that we have worked with who can help you through the process. One of the most important things that you need to consider is when you purchase a property for BRRRR strategy, you need to consider the highest and the best use of that property that can give you the highest appraised value. This would be done maybe by addition of an extra unit, especially if the area is zoned, let's say, for a duplex or for a triplex. But the other important thing is to make sure that you do not purchase a property that is in an area where even if you add some renovations, you are not going to get the value. And as mentioned earlier, the beginning, you need to know your after repair value from the beginning of the process. Part of the key would be your team who can help you through the process. Your realtor or your mortgage agent will be able to assist you through the process after you purchase and after you identify the contractor. They can also guide you through the process of permit. You do not want to do any renovations without obtaining permits from the city. We know that there are some cities that have challenges in terms of getting approvals, and then there are other cities that are very flexible and they are easy to work with. As an investor, you need to be able to identify the bottlenecks so that you don't get surprises when it comes to getting your property renovated. You don't want to start renovating without permits because you can be shut down by the city, and that is going to cost you a lot of money. Before you purchase a property, the key thing is you want to have a walkthrough with your contractors who are going to give you the estimate. Sometimes they can also do the drawings so that when you purchase the property, you are able to obtain the permits to continue with the process of renovation. You don't want to waste time waiting for the city to approve your paperwork while you are paying a high cost in terms of carrying cost for your house. You need to have a good planner who understands the city that you are working with and who can help you through the process of getting approvals from the city. The other important thing is do not over renovate your property. Renovate the property to the standards of the area. You don't want to spend too much on renovation that is not going to give you a return on your investment. I hope this has been helpful to you. I am going to talk about finance on my next video as part of this investor series. Thank you very much, and please subscribe to my channel and share it with all your friends. Join our Facebook group, and also you can contact us via email. We can connect and hopefully be of help to you during your process of investment. Thank you and have a nice day. Bye. We are going to continue with the investor series, investor corner series for BRRRR strategy. I'm going to deal with the refinance. This is when you actually get paid as an investor, and it's very important you make sure that you handle this process as professional as possible so that you can get as much from the refi as possible. The first thing that we mentioned is you have to buy right. I mentioned previously that you need to know the ARV value when you are purchasing the property. Hopefully you have done your purchase properly. You have also minimized your renovation costs and you have renovated to the standard of the area. The other thing that hopefully you did was you worked with mortgage agents like us who would have guided you through the financing process. If you dealt with a mortgage agent who didn't understand your process, probably you would be stuck on a 5-year mortgage, and therefore you would not be able to implement this process. Very important, work with mortgage agent who is investor focused and understands the process and has gone through what you are going through so that they can help you through the process. Basically, you should have a variable mortgage, or you should be in a short-term mortgage, let's say a 6-month open mortgage that can be broken anytime with minimal fees or fines. The next thing that you need to consider is in Canada, there is no seasoning period. In the US, there is a seasoning period where you cannot refinance a property within 6 months, or you have to wait for 1 year. We are good if your renovation is done within 3 months. You start the process of refinancing. The most important thing is you need to know your comparables and you need to prepare for the appraisal. How do you know the comparables? Your realtor or the team that you have, the realtor and the mortgage agent, will have a system where they are able to get you comparables. You are the expert of this process. The bank or your lender who you are going to deal with will require you to have an appraisal for the property. How do you make sure that you are helping the appraiser to understand your property? The most important thing is make sure that you have the comparables, make sure that you are there during the appraisal, that you can point out the things that you've done. Let's say, for example, if you have upgraded the electricals, if you have upgraded the plumbing, upgraded HVAC system, you need to point out the positives for your property, because some of these things will not be seen. Like, for example, the wiring may not be seen. Sometimes you may even show the appraiser that you've paid some high bills on the items that you mentioned, so that they can consider it during the appraisal. The other thing is you need to be professional and helpful to the appraisers. It doesn't help to share your comparables with them. Sometimes you may get appraisers who would give you a low appraisal. What would you do then? Hopefully you don't encounter this and you get the ARV that you were expecting, so you would consider your BRRRR strategy successful. However, if you do not get the value that you were looking for, what you could do is ask the lender whether they can appraise the property. Sometimes they can accept it, sometimes they may not. Or you could also question the comparables that were used, and hopefully they could reconsider the appraisal. If not, sometimes you can just take a short-term mortgage, maybe a 1-year mortgage. Within 1 year, we can help you refinance through another lender, or we can appraise the property and hopefully get the value that you are looking for. I hope this has been helpful. Please share this video with your friends and subscribe to our channel. Hopefully you are on your way to being a professional investor using the BRRRR method. Thank you very much. Bye.